Beer here back at the Fantasy Bar. 6 plays for you on Yahoo for week 8, including 4 guys for you, $25 and below to make life easy on you. A running back I think is too cheap. One of my favorite quarterback wide receiver pairings, and a beast of the week I think goes completely overlooked. Who we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Week 8 edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Talking some Yahoo here on this slate. Thank you for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out the video. Now, before we get into the plays for tonight, as always, make sure you click that thumbs up button, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Helps us out tremendously. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell. You can also check out 6 more plays I like on FanDuel and DraftKings. The link right there in the video. And don't forget, take advantage of this special offer on Yahoo. Click the link below for $25 free to use in your Yahoo contest. The link right there. Click it. Take advantage of that offer. Now, let's get into the plays here for week 8 on Yahoo. Let's start at the wide receiver position with DJ Moore of the Panthers. Now, this price really jumped out to me on DJ Moore. Just $23 here was kind of a surprise here. Falling $6 from just 2 weeks ago. You say, $6. Every dollar matters here on Yahoo. So let's take advantage and buy low on DJ Moore. I know it's been a couple of rough weeks for Sam Darnold, for this offense, but I think Moore and Darnold get it going here against Atlanta. Now, let's focus on Moore. 10 or more targets now in 5 of the last 6 games, 70 or more receiving yards in 6 of 7 games this season. So about as consistent as we could ask for. And we know the upside is there as well, especially against this Atlanta Falcons team. Bottom 10 in fantasy points allowed to the wide receiver position. I think this one could definitely go back and forth. DJ Moore, a must-play for me here in week 8 against Atlanta. All right, let's move to the tight end position. Always a tough one when you're not going Travis Kelce, but we're going to try to save some money here as well. We're going Mike Gesicki of the Dolphins, just $18. Now, Gesicki's been phenomenal since Tua returned to the lineup. 15 catches on 17 targets. These two have a phenomenal connection here. Have to keep an eye on Devontae Parker. If he is out, Gesicki becomes a must-play for me, even if Parker's in there. I love the spot here. Why? They're big-time underdogs here in this one. We know Buffalo is going to score points. In fact, Buffalo's team total over 30 points in this one. It's going to force Miami to go to the air. 10-plus targets feels like a lock here for Gesicki. I think they're going to throw the ball a lot, and the targets last season were there against this team as well. 2 games against Buffalo, 8 targets per game in that one. So I think the run continues here. I think he stays hot, and under $20 feels like a great value here this week on Yahoo. All right, let's go to the running back position with a little cheap play. I promised you. We're going Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles, just $17. So if you watch my FanDuel DraftKings video, you know I love the Philadelphia offense here this week. We're going to go with Gainwell here in this video. You obviously don't want to put them all in one lineup, but I think Philadelphia needs to be a big part of your builds here against the Lions, including Gainwell here on Yahoo. Now, with Miles Sanders not expected to play in this one. I know Boston Scott kind of got a lot of opportunity in that game, and I don't think that's going to change either. But I think Gainwell going to have the upper hand in this committee here. So big-time opportunity here. And we've already seen some big games out of him. And that's as the backup, the co-back with Miles Sanders. 3 games of double-digit Yahoo points so far this season. And this is a great matchup for running backs. The Lions, second most fantasy points allowed, and give up a lot of receiving touchdowns. 6 already this season. That is the bread and butter of Kenneth Gainwell's game, and I think we see it on display here this week against the Detroit Lions. All right, let's go to the wide receiver position. Another fantastic buy low. We're going with T. Higgins, just $16. Now, I know Jamar Chase lighting the world on fire. He's the guy you definitely want to continue to play here. But I think there's enough targets, enough production in this matchup here with the Jets for T. Higgins to be productive as well. In fact, I think T. Higgins outproduces Jamar Chase this week. So a little hot take maybe, but 15 targets in that game last week against Baltimore. Definitely an encouraging sign. We have not seen the big blow-up game yet out of T. Higgins. I think it's coming here in this one. The Jets, one of the worst teams in the league against the pass this season. Cincinnati projected to score almost 4 touchdowns in this game, and I think T. Higgins gets at least one of those. In fact, we're going to go big, 2 touchdowns here for T. Higgins, just $16 on Yahoo. Tremendous value. Get him in those lineups. All right, we like T. Higgins. That means we must like his quarterback. That's where we're going next. Joe Burrow, $30. So 4 straight productive games here for Joe Burrow. After kind of a slow start, they weren't really allowing him to throw the ball, kind of being cautious with Joe Burrow. Well, they've kind of unlocked him here, and it's really showing up in the box scores. 20 or more Yahoo points now in 4 straight. In fact, averaging over 23 per game over that same stretch. Multiple touchdowns in every single game this season. So you talk about a floor, you talk about consistency. He is certainly getting us there. And 6 touchdowns over the last 2 weeks shows the upside in tournaments that we are looking for as well. Now, remember back to last week, the Jets, 54 points allowed to New England. I think this Cincinnati team is better than New England. So the upside is massive here. I like the over on that Cincinnati team total here. I think this offense goes nuts, and led by Joe Burrow and T. Higgins this week against the New York Jets. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for week 8 on Yahoo. But before we do that, we want to continue our Beast of the Week contest. Very easy to play. This is a thank you to you guys for checking out the video, for hanging out in the fantasy bar, and for hitting that thumbs up button. All you got to do is get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points on Yahoo for my favorite play of the week. The closest guess is going to win themselves a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. We'll send it right to your doorstep. Going to be your favorite t-shirt. I promise you that. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at my favorite play for week 8. No mask, Beast of the Week. All right, Beast time. We owe you one more running back. I promise you a guy I think goes a little bit overlooked this week, and that's going to be James Robinson of Jacksonville, this week's Beast of the Week. Now, you look in that pricing range of running backs on Yahoo, there's a lot of bigger names, guys that are a little bit cheaper that are in good spots. I think that's going to force the ownership down here on James Robinson. I think people are going to have sticker shock here at a $30 price point, but he's certainly one that I want to take advantage of in this matchup. Let's take a look at the recent form. It's certainly there. Last 4 games, 5 touchdowns over that stretch, averaging over 20 Yahoo points per game. Again, that price kind of makes him that pay up to be contrarian that I always talk about, where no one wants to pay that price for him. It's going to keep that ownership down. So he certainly checks that box as well. And let's look at the matchup. Checks that one as well. Seattle, second most fantasy points allowed per week to the running back position, and the most receiving yards. And we've seen his receiving role grow week by week. This guy is becoming the guy that we saw last season. They're coming off a bye week, 2 weeks to plan for this matchup, and I think they take advantage here, riding the hot hand of James Robinson. I think we need to do the same here on Yahoo, making James Robinson easily my favorite play for week 8 in this week's Beast of the Week. All right, guys, that wraps up for week 8 on Yahoo. Don't forget, make sure if you have any comments, questions, feedback, make sure you get in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget fantasy points for James Robinson on Yahoo for your shot at a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. While you're there, let me know who your favorite play of the week is. Let's talk some football in the comment section here on Yahoo. Don't forget, a couple links to check out. The one for Yahoo for $25 to use in your Yahoo contest. That one right below me. Also, check out scoresandodds.com/beer for all of your sports betting needs and information. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on Yahoo this week. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist